Hi students, a bit of feedback for the P2 task that you are asked in your assignment. Now, in order to help you with the P2 task, you can visit session 2, and I have solved a similar problem. So if you take a look at the solved problem 1 that I have, find the sum of the first 12 terms. So if I take a look at my solution, what you need to do is clearly show the formula that you used to calculate the sum of the first 10 terms. Make a note, that is the formula. Make a note of the final sum calculated, that is the final sum that you have calculated. Also make sure that you have clearly noted the values of a1, the first term, common difference, and the first n terms, that is the whatever n is whatever you have been asked. So make sure that you have clearly made a note of all of the information and finally calculated the sum. Now this is to help with the A. Now if you take a look at the B, always never press the done button, always press the back button if you are using the app that I asked you to download, that was made by Ven Studios. The B task, I have solved a similar problem over here, that is in an AP the second term and the sixth term is given, find the eighth term. If you take a look at the solution, I have solved this using the simultaneous equations method. So when you're solving it using the simultaneous equation, make sure that you have correctly noted the given data, that is this bit here, second term, sixth term, and you need to find the eighth term. Clearly substitute the given values in the data, arrive at the two simultaneous equations, solve them simultaneously, and find the value of your D and A. Now in your solution you need to clearly show these steps in order to achieve this task. And now that you have calculated the value of A1 and D, you can substitute it using the nth term formula and find the term in question. So this is an example you can look at in order to do your P2B. This question can also be solved using another method, that is you can actually given the data, you can actually find the common difference and then work your way to the first term and then find the nth term. Now the problem with this method is you could go wrong, hence I don't encourage this method, but some of you have actually used this method and derived the final answer, and since the answer is correct, I have accepted it. But you must also, if you're using this method, you make sure that you clearly determine the complete series, note the first term and the common difference, and then eventually find the asked term. So if you have all these steps in place, I have awarded you the P2 criteria or the P2 task.